So that Metal Gear Ground Zeroes slash Phantom Pain trailer looks amazing to me. I know there are a few people who have a few problems with it. Mainly, I've noticed it within my fangirl friends or some of the guys that I talk to a lot online say even that they found the gruesomeness of it a little bit off-putting, considering that it's Metal Gear. Like, obviously if you were playing a Silent Hill game or whatever else, you'd expect that kind of bloodiness, but this extended trailer, like, opens up with them opening up a person and, like, reaching into their guts for, like, an extended period of time and digging out some shit, I don't know. But I don't know, I wasn't very disturbed by it. I'm not even saying that like I'm a big badass just because I wasn't bothered by, you know, some intestines spilling out. I'm just saying I'm not bothered by it in the sense that I've been kind of missing this from the Metal Gear series for a while. That kind of, not violence for the sake of violence, but violence tied in, violence for a reason, I guess you could say. Violence like tied into like a more emotional, like, gut punch effect that they want to have on you. What do I mean by that? I think people have gotten used to the beautiful deaths in Metal Gear Solid. You know, they're used to to the boss laying in a bed of flowers, and you hold the gun up to her and you see the gunshot, but you don't really see the gunshot wound, and there are petals everywhere, and it's a tragic death. And or the more cartoonish, I guess you could say, kind of Power Rangers villain explosion of the evil bad guy. It's kind of harmless. I mean, obviously explosions aren't harmless, but you know what I mean. But to remind people, I think Metal Gear Solid 2 was like that as well. Metal Gear Solid 2 wasn't like that. I mean, like, it was a lot more bloody. In fact, I would say before this game comes out, then it is, to me, I think, the most bloody Metal Gear game, not including Revengeance, of course. But I mean, as far as like the main canon goes, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 still stands up as like the bloodiest entry into the series, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really liked the blood in Metal Gear Solid 2. I kind of missed it in, Metal Gear Solid 3 had a fair amount of blood. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a little weird in that, it more had like the spatters of like the plumes of I don't know, blood residue came out of people, but I wasn't really like bloody. I almost kind of missed the Metal Gear Solid 2 bloodiness. And not just because I'm one of those people who gets off on gore or whatever. I think it just makes things more emotional sometimes, or at least it can. For example, the example I would use is like Olga's death, right? Like, she was this lady. She was a pregnant lady, not at the time of her death, but she's this lady who was she's a woman who was introduced to us as like this pregnant woman, and she reminds you of Meryl, or at least she was supposed to remind you of Meryl, but whatever. And so you kind of had this sort of like, I don't know, you just didn't expect that kind of a death for her. Spoiler alert, I guess you could say, but why would you be watching this if you hadn't played the other games in the series? But that death of hers was surprisingly brutal. Like, just all of a sudden, headshot. And it's not even like it was just like it was like her, you saw fucking chunks of her brain come out of the back of her head. And it just kind of had this impact on it. Like, fucking, like, wow, I miss that wow, I guess you could say, that comes with the brutality, the actual brutality of combat. Not really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not too good at explaining myself, by the way. I realize this. But I miss just the reminder of the brutality of war and violence and whatever else. Just not glossing over it. Just saying, like, look how fucking awful this is, I think, I don't know. That gets me more... That almost gets me more emotional than like a pretty death, you could say, So I like that the blood is coming back. them reaching, fooling around with people's intestines and shit. Yeah, that's kind of taking it to a new level. But I wasn't put off by it. I understand that a few people are. Of course, that's your opinion, and I'm not faulting you at all for whatever else. If you're squeamish, or if you just don't want to see that, or whatever else, you don't think you can have fun with the game if it's gonna be that bloody, then that's not a big deal. Hey, we all have our preferences and everything. It's just that, I don't know, I look forward to it. Specifically, I look forward to the darker themes of this game because it is a big boss game. Because we are now finally seeing his descent into hell, his descent into madness even. Fucking choking the shit out of Chico in that trailer. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is what I wanted out of Peace Walker. This is what I've been wanting for a long time. Like, after Metal Gear Solid 3, when Portable Ops was announced, I was like, yes, now we're gonna see his descent into madness, and we get why he's mad. He's pissed off about the boss, of course. He's always gonna be pissed off about the boss. But we never really got to see his descent into crazy MSX big boss madness territory, and that's what I thought that we were going to get out of Portable Ops. We didn't get it. That's what I thought we were going to get out of Peace Walker. We didn't get it. I appreciate the darker themes. I appreciate them going into the issue, disturbing issues like child soldiers, and of course this has always been a theme of Metal Gear series ever since the first, the first 2D games or whatever. It's always been a theme of the series, child soldiers, but we never saw really firsthand the full brutality that comes with, the realization of that there are child soldiers out there, and this is what they go through, and this is what it's like, or whatever. Raiden going on about his gunpowder story is sad, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't hit home as much as actually seeing kids with guns and, damn, are we gonna have to fight them? Shit. Now that would be disturbing, and yet I'm excited for it. Maybe that makes me a bad person. I don't know. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for feeling real emotional conflict. It's like they had that moment in Revengeance where they tried to go into the Metal Gear territory of having you feel this kind of big emotional, like, morality conflict, like this internal conflict or whatever, where you're fighting against the guys and you can hear their inner thoughts or whatever, and you're like, oh, I didn't want this. I just want to feed my family and blah, blah. It wasn't emotional for me at all. I'm sorry. I was kind of laughing, and because like they were like still actively attacking you, and like you hear their language. Oh, fuck this, fuck that, and I'm just like, it was kind of funny. It wasn't supposed to be funny. At least that particular moment wasn't supposed to be the campy funniness. That was supposed to make you feel bad, and I didn't really feel that in this game. This Ground Zeroes or whatever, the Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5, I would just say MGS5. I feel like we're gonna get a lot more of that conflict, that internal conflict. It's easy to just mow down regular soldiers, right? But a fucking child soldier who has no choice whatsoever, and they were brought up in this environment where they didn't want to be there, but that's all they were raised to do. And what are they gonna do? Turn on their commanders? It's like, and they've been brainwashed, and I don't know if we're gonna have to shoot them or not. I don't know if we're gonna have to go against the children, but if we do, I have a feeling that's gonna get at me. That's gonna tear me up. And I'm saying that like it's a good thing. Like, I want that again. I haven't felt that in Metal Gear Solid series for a long time. I want to get choked up. I want to get emotional. Basically, I want to experience that gut punch emotional moment where I'm just like, fuck, I haven't felt that in a while. I haven't felt, Revenge is, like I said, really fun game, but there were no emotional moments for me. That was whatever. Peace Walker, I would kind of put them in the same group, actually. Peace Walker, a really fun game to me, but not really any really emotional moments. The boss is back as a giant mech, and I'm like, I heard some people saying that they got really emotional for it, really emotional with that scene. For me, I'm just like, it's hard for me to empathize with machines. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. I can go on forever about why I didn't really approve of having no human bosses in Peace Walker. But, moving on, basically, in summation, without rambling on for too long, even though it's probably too late, I am so looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to the brutality of it. I'm looking forward to the emotionalness of it. I'm looking forward to delving deeper into the psychology of Big Boss and his struggles with morality. And everyone struggles with morality. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. Eli is fucking Liquid Snake. He's not fucking Liquid Snake, but fucking Eli is Liquid Snake. There's no way they can convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. He just looked Liquid Snake-ish. He had that liquidy kind of scowl. He had that fucking necklace. I don't know. I'm feeling like he's Liquid Snake. Has a fucking biblical name. No, it's Liquid. Sorry, I got a little excited there. I love this series so much.